Hello and welcome to You, Us, and Disney Plus, your stop for everything Disney Plus. Join your host Nick and Ashley as they go through all the new original content for Disney Plus and a lot of nostalgic lookbacks at Disney. Everything from news to reviews and so much more. So please join us for You, Us, and Disney Plus. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wonderland of podcasts, the Pride Land, if you will. I am your host, Nick, and here with me is my lovely co-host,
Ashley.
And this is the podcast for Disney Plus. So obviously with Disney Plus looming over just weeks away, I wanted to have a podcast where I got to talk about everything Disney. We're going to have weekly episodes of The Mandalorian come out. We're going to have, maybe movies we haven't seen in years that we get access to almost immediately. And just so much more. I can literally not wait to rewatch some of the trashy Disney original movies that they had back in the day. So this is the introductory episode. It's going to be very casual. Obviously, we are going to have things like segments, and we're going to break up our episode in certain ways. But I felt like this is just a good time to get to know us, your host and co-host, and just basically what is the show going to be like? What's the dynamic going to be like? So that way you get a really good idea if you like this, if you want to keep listening and everything. And yeah, so that's it. Goodbye.
If you don't already know, Nick likes to talk a lot. So.
My name is Nick, and Ashley is my lovely wife. We've been married for a long time.
Nice try.
13 years, 14 years, 15.
Married or together? There's two different things.
They're very two different things. 03 is when we got together. So we've been together 13. For 15, sorry.
Well,
I meant 15.
Still longer than that.
16.
There you go.
Sorry, math is hard sometimes.
Apparently.
So we've been together 16-year-olds. 16-year-olds.
Yes, you were 16 when we met.
Off to a good start. So we've been together over 16 years, and so that means we've been married for 13.
Oh.
Really?
What year did we
14.
get married?
03.
Married.
Married. 05.
No. Literally your password that you put into most of your things.
09. We've been married 10 years.
There we go.
Okay. So, welcome to the Doghouse Podcast.
Yeah, we won't be married much longer.
So anyways, we do have a daughter, and so Disney is very close to our heart. To a certain extent, Disney is definitely what I grew up on, and Disney is now what my daughter is growing up on. Whether I like it or not, obviously there are a lot of remakes or whatever, and they all seem to be coming out right at the same time. She's 4 years old, and we also have another one on the way. Obviously, our new kid, the new one, we just got him off the shelf.
Just a little bit better than the old one.
The new this year's model will also be a Disney kid. So I feel like this came out one of the best times for us because it's definitely pulling on those nostalgia strings.
Really can't talk tonight, can you?
I really can't.
That's what happens when you watch the little one all day? Mm-hmm. Or play video games.
Both. So yeah, I can't wait. I think it's going to be an interesting streaming, and it's also it's such a weird way we have it now because obviously back in the day you had the Disney Channel, right?
Yes.
And obviously that was really the only way that you could watch a lot of things Disney. They had a lot of programming that was unique to them and everything. And so now having a streaming service, it's weird because for instance, we have Netflix and Hulu and then Amazon Prime, but it's not technically ours, but let's not go there. So we have technically a lot of them already. I think we're going to get the Hulu bundle so that for about the same price, we're going to get Disney Plus and and Hulu, so might as well, right? But yeah, it's definitely a different world that we're living in as far as like now we have to worry about streaming, and all the streaming things have different options and their own programming and everything. So it's really interesting, you know. And so, I mean, what are your thoughts, at least on just Disney Plus and like everything?
Well, I'm definitely really excited to be able to watch those movies and shows with Zoe. I think she's gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Did Disney do a Power Rangers? Sorry, she's really into Power Rangers right now.
No, but I mean, they own Fox now, so
maybe.
I mean, although I think eventually Nickelodeon maybe took on. I honestly don't know who makes it nowadays.
I don't know. There's like 500 million different versions on Netflix.
True. Anyway. So I mean, we have no shortage of Power Rangers. No, but I mean, there's tons of like old Disney shows that I'm personally excited for. Mm-hmm. Like, what were the main ones do you remember watching?
I always liked. So we had the Disney Channel growing up, and I always liked the holiday ones. So Halloween Town and Twitches and like those movies, but then you also got all of the fun Christmas movies as well when Christmas came around. So I liked the Disney original, those types of movies for sure.
I think my favorite, it's a dumb one, but like my favorite Disney original movie of all time is, I think it was called Under Wraps.
Oh my gosh, with the mummy.
the mummy, yeah. And it happened around Halloween. Yep. And yeah, like I honestly don't know what it's about, but it's going to be on Disney Plus. And like I saw that and I was like, as sad as it sounds, it's like that was a selling point for me when a lot of people are like, what are you talking about?
Oh, we're getting it after Halloween, which sucks too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
like that would stop you from watching Halloween Town.
That's very
You're gonna binge all of them. I'm surprised you haven't already.
We don't have them. They're not on any other systems that we have currently, and we got rid of the damn DVD. So all I have is Hocus Pocus.
That's all I have. It's not enough.
It's not.
Never enough.
Oh, let's not go there.
Just in general, I'm just so excited for this. I feel like it's going to be a real, just fun time. And it's just, especially now with Disney owning everything.
Right.
I mean, like, there's always that old joke that, like, Disney owns everything, but it's like, now it's just becoming more and more true. Because, like, I think even one of the bundles you can get is with ESPN, and it's like Disney family-friendly fun and sports.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right, but it's because Disney owns them.
I know.
They also own, like, ABC, so, I mean, maybe we'll finally get to watch Big Bang Theory.
Yeah!
Or are they CBS?
I have no idea.
Crap.
We're horrible when it comes to that. That's why we have everything streamed. I am super excited. I completely lost my train of thought. What was I excited about?
Disney.
Oh, I'm excited about National Geographics.
Oh my God,
Is that
really?
what it is? Well, Zoe loves animals.
Right.
And so we get to be able to watch all those fun shows together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, it is weird, like, how many, like, especially when they line them up, it's like, oh my God. You know, there's literally laws against monopolies, but here we have Disney, and they're just like, you get a Disney, you get a Disney, everybody's Disney.
I just hope it doesn't crash on the first day.
It's going to. It would have to.
Well, I've already heard there's been issues with, like, taking payment and people logging in and trying to do that, and it crashed.
Oh, jeez.
That way as well. Which, I mean, the PlayStation still crashes when stuff happens there. Too many people, or maybe not PlayStation, but like the games crash.
Yeah, right.
When too many people are logged in, or they don't know how many they're going to be able to handle.
Right. And I mean, this is Disney. It's freaking Disney. Like, name another movie making company that, I mean, for one, has their own damn channel.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Universal doesn't have their own channel, even though technically, like...
But they do now. Maybe not.
Maybe. They very well could. I mean, like, Universal has a partnership with, like, either Cinemax or Stars or one of those, so all their movies come out on that, but that's different than, like, actually owning... Like, Disney is Oprah. It has its own channel.
Well, Disney has multiple channels too, because I think there isn't there like
right. You have Disney Kids, Disney. You know, like they have.
Are we gonna get all the Tom and Jerry's?
No, that's Cartoon Network, sweetie.
Aww.
That's like, what is that? That is.
I swear it's on Disney though. But it's probably not. Obviously, I know.
No, but yeah, back to what I was saying. Gosh.
No, but yeah.
Yeah, but no. Okay. But what Disney? We have Star Wars. We have Marvel, obviously. And then Nat Geo, and ESPN apparently, and just like all the breadth of stuff that we have is really cool because it's like, for instance, TV series. Like, it's not just Disney related stuff. There's tons of like Marvel related properties that are on different like channels, like that didn't premiere on Disney Channel, but we're gonna have access to those. So like, for instance, I believe we're getting the old 90s Spider-Man. Sorry, this is family friendly. That was me coughing.
And his wife glaring at him.
You could just hear it in the silence. But there's that, and then like there's a couple of like X-Men shows, and there's just like a lot of shows that we're getting from Marvel that we just wouldn't either. Now, here would be one thing, because I've always heard how bad it is, but I've never had the chance to actually see it. I wonder if for some weird reason we would get access to the old Star Wars holiday special. Have you heard of that?
Nope.
Yeah, there's a reason. Because they freaking buried it. Like, it was so just off the walls that it was just like, wow. This was back when, like, you know, Star Wars had a real good name for itself. And, like, they were trying to put their name on, like, almost everything. And so, yeah, they had a holiday special. But I just, like, all I ever hear about is just how crappy it is and how, like, out there it is. I would love to see the Ewok Adventures, because there's these like two little, you know, one-off movies that just 100% involve the Ewoks, the little teddy bears or whatever.
I know what an Ewok is.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. I just wasn't sure how nerd you were.
You've made me watch all the damn Star Wars movies. Sometimes I pay attention.
Speaking of Star Wars, the new series Mandalorian, which
you're excited for.
I'm super excited for. It looks really cool. They do have some early buzz behind it, and basically saying that like the early impressions are incredible is the word they use. So I'm like, okay, I'm excited. And just from the trailers, like it looks to be like, I like the tone they're going for, because it very well could have been like, oh, let's go for a Clone Wars tone, but instead it kind of looks like they're going almost for like a Rogue One tone to it, where it's a lot more kind of grounded. You know, obviously we might not have a bunch of, what are you doing? Don't mess with the string. They might, you know, we might not see a lightsaber that often, so it will be 100% on the Mandalorian and his bounty hunting ways. And the idea of maybe having like a, you know, hunt of the week or something like that, kind of like Supernatural did when they were still good, you know. And
I still love Supernatural. Do not bash on them.
I still like them, but the season 1 and even 2, like when we were still getting like a brand new monster every week, was a really good. And so having something like that, but in the Mandalorian universe, could be really interesting. And that's something I'm super excited for. And it debuts.
This, aren't you?
Well, of course. This is the Disney Plus podcast. Thank you. But this will be good because you'll have a fan talking about what they think about it, and a complete
Someone
just kind of meh.
Less about Star Wars to a certain extent.
Meh. Someone who
will probably fall asleep every episode.
No, you will not. I will not allow you. But no, we'll give our impressions on that. It goes with the launch of it, so that's cool. It's going to be weekly, so we'll kind of have something to check in with you guys and see what's going on the next step, or on the latest episode. Maybe give some theories on what we think is going to happen next, and yada yada. So yeah, okay.
Was that a seizure?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited. So I mean, let's wrap up the show. Let's talk about like what was your we already kind of talked about like our Disney Channel movies, but what about like Disney? What was like your favorite movie of Disney? Let's go like old school, then let's go more modern, and then what's our favorite Pixar movie? So old school, what's your favorite one out of like the old ones?
I liked all of them. I didn't have like a favorite. Like I grew up watching Aladdin and Snow White and Cinderella, and all of those. And even when they made horrible remakes, I still watched them. Or not remakes, sequels. Like the Aladdin sequels were like,
yeah, right.
But yeah, I mean, I grew up watching like the Aristocrats and stuff like that. And I'm gonna say something that's probably not gonna end up being Disney, but I mean, yeah, we grew up. We always had them. Like my grandparents usually bought them, or we recorded them. So we always had that. Anastasia, I loved Anastasia.
DreamWorks.
Damn it! See, I told you. It's gonna be one of them.
Well, I mean, which one would you like watch over and over again?
Hocus Pocus.
Okay, I'll take it. I've seen it
by yeah, I've always loved Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. So then what about like out of all the Pixars? That's the secret.
Shut up. I've always liked Monsters, Inc.
Yeah.
That's like my one I remember going to the movies to see.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't know if I went to the movies for it, but yeah, I get it.
And I always get that stinking song stuck in my head. But again, right? The sequels weren't that great, but yeah.
Yeah, Disney Pixar is a little bit harder just because there are so many of them that are good. Right. I would have to say my top two would probably be WALL-E.
I was forgetting about WALL-E.
I know, right?
So underrated. I loved WALL-E.
I'd have to say WALL-E is a very, very close second because I just like, I also like, just the commentary on like America, not only when it was made, but especially now, and like how commercialized it is, and it's funny that Big and Large is the company in the thing, and it took over the world, and now Disney is. But
but that's not like an super old movie either.
It's not super old. You know what?
That's been out within the past 10 years? 15 years?
You're gonna feel old.
I know. No, I don't want to Google it.
Google it while I tell you what my number one is.
Okay.
And my number one is Toy Story 2 for sure.
Well, I knew Toy Story.
Three is a
Toy Story.
3 is a good one, and it definitely will make you cry, just ugly crying, and like I absolutely love that one. But as far as entertainment value, just the laughs and everything,
plus it's 10-15 years. 2008.
Oh wow! I thought it was way older than that.
When I graduated. Thank you very much.
Your age is showing.
Shut up! You're still older than me.
That's true. Yeah, I could have swore I was at least a little bit older than that. So 11-ish years. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah, Toy Story 2 as far as the entertainment, how funny it is. How old is Up?
I always forget Up. 2009.
Ooh, Up. See, Up did something that like no movie can possibly do, which is make you cry in the first like 5 freaking minutes. Like Pixar, like Pixar is known to make you cry. And it's all like, I think like Pixar did a hold my beer moment where they're like, oh, you could never make somebody cry in the first 5 minutes. And Pixar's like, hold my beer, I got this.
You always like Treasure Planet too.
Oh, see now, if we're talking animated, Treasure Planet is probably one of my favorite of all time. Like, I'd say Treasure Planet is probably my favorite of all time. Right next to Muppet Treasure Island.
Right.
Sailing on adventure on the deep blue wet thing. We're distracted. We're looking at stuff.
I do remember Bug's Life.
See, I liked Bug's Life for sure, but yeah, I don't even think that would be in my like top 10 Disney of all time.
No, I don't think it would be either, but I do remember watching that one a lot. WALL-E, I always forget about WALL-E. And you like The Incredibles.
Yeah.
And I do love Finding Nemo and Finding Dory.
Yeah. See, and I mean, I think Incredibles would definitely be in my top 3.
The Good Dinosaur.
You like that one?
Zoe likes that one, so we've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
But
I don't particularly
It's so
like
cute.
it. It's okay. It's very, very okay.
It's cute. Brave was good too.
See, that one's another one that was like during their time with they just weren't doing like the best Pixar. Like
got some weird spots.
I'll tell you one thing: I did not cry during Brave, and it's like if you don't cry during a Pixar movie, they've done something wrong.
That's a Disney movie.
No, Disney and Pixar.
Whatever. Same damn thing.
Use your eyes, okay?
Shut up.
That's why in Wreck-It Ralph, they make a joke about the Brave girl. They're like, I don't understand her. Yeah, she's from the other studio. And because she's the only Disney princess that is from Pixar.
I know.
Well, if you knew, then how did you not know? Or you thought you knew and then you didn't, but then you did. I'd say like my favorite golden age would have to be Aladdin. That was during like the Renaissance is what they call it. The Renaissance of, and I mean, obviously like really, really close Lion King, obviously. Like I feel like those two are right next to each other. I mean, aside from Treasure Planet, probably one of my favorites of all time, favorite animated of all time, is definitely Emperor's New Groove. I love the humor in it. I just
you know every effing line.
I know every line, and just like I could go through it the whole thing. I love it. Absolutely love it.
See, that's how I feel about Hocus Pocus. Except you don't like
a glorious day.
I smell children.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's good for our first episode. Now you guys have a really good idea of who we are and how crazy we are.
How much he talks.
Crazy I am for you. So in the future, you know, we're gonna cover The Mandalorian when that comes out. There's obviously gonna be some other Disney originals. Like, did you know Lady and the Tramp isn't going to theaters? It's going to Disney Plus.
I am super excited about that.
That's actually kind of cool. Actually,
I think I've maybe only seen Lady and the Tramp maybe once though.
Yeah.
I don't even. Yeah.
And I feel like Lady and the Tramp is the perfect one to go to Disney Plus, because like if you made Aladdin go to Disney Plus, people would be like, "What the H?" Double H or HE double hockey stick.
Or like Frozen.
Right. If they made Frozen go
they would lose a lot of money.
They would. I mean, then people would think of it as a straight to DVD, which back in the day, like straight to DVDs were just so like glorious.
Aladdin 3.
Although, favorite straight to DVD Disney of all time. Do you know it? Come on. Best one out of all of them. Lion King 1.5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I love Dig a Tunnel, dig a tunnel. I absolutely love that one. And that one was...
What's on the menu? It could be Pumbaa.
But that one was like one... Like, okay, like... Aladdin 2 sucked because Robin Williams didn't return.
I know.
But Aladdin King of Thieves, they got Robin Williams to reprise his role. So like suddenly it was like, okay, well now this is a good movie. And it even just kind of felt like it was better done. And I feel like it was really just the spirit of Genie. They were able to capture him again because it was freaking Robin Williams. So same thing with Lion King 1.5. You know, they had Lion King 2 and I think they even had some other Lion King. I can't remember. No, actually I think that was after 1.5. But anyways, so yeah, 1.5, they had, you know, oh my God.
What?
What's his name? Guy who plays Timon. I know it, but it's like at the tip of my tongue. Dang it. Anyways, Nathan. Literally say Nathan, and all I can think is Fillion.
Of course.
So that's not helping right now. Anyways, but they actually got the real voices of Nathan Drake. Of Timon and Pumbaa. They got them back, and so you just got the spirit of the Timon and Pumbaa again, which was just like, you know, so I mean that was definitely one of my favorites straight to DVDs. So anyways, my point being is, yeah, if they would have made Frozen 2 or Aladdin, if they would have made that go straight to Disney Plus, it would have felt like a straight to DVD movie. Lady and the Tramp, I feel like it's off the beaten path. You know, it's not well loved You know, like, it's definitely a classic for sure, but I wouldn't say it's like on anybody's top 10 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely probably some. I mean, maybe some dog lovers out there. But point being is I felt like it's a really good one. Because it's like you hear about Lady and the Tramp, you're like, ugh, here we go, or whatever. But I hear I can just sit at home and watch it, not have to pay money for it, technically. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah.
Definitely makes you wonder, like, what are they going to do? Are they going to do the CG moving mouth? Or are they going to do the telepathic? Or are they going to do the live action where they don't talk at all? Instead, maybe there's a narrator narrating their thoughts or something like that, like Spirit.
Yeah.
Nathan Lane, thank you, honey.
Oh, I do like Spirit, but Spirit's not Disney, is it?
No, that's DreamWorks.
Yeah.
Shh.
Shut up. I like all the songs in Spirit. And my sister loved that.
And that one had Matt Damon. But see, he was the narrator of the horse, so it was like you were hearing it from the horse's mouth. But he didn't actually talk. And so it makes you wonder, how are they going to do it in this remake? Because I feel like we've had the 101 Dalmatians remake is a perfect example because they had dogs in it, but they didn't talk.
Right.
And did you know Hugh Laurie is in that? Mm-hmm. Mr. House himself, yeah. I always forget that until like I see maybe a clip from it. And I'm like, oh, hey, that's House. And it's funny because he's actually huge in Great Britain.
Oh yeah.
He had an old like sketch TV series or whatever, and so I feel like he's way huger over there.
You got way off topic, dude.
I know. We were actually wrapping up, and they're like, "Let's talk for like 10 more minutes."
See, he talks too much.
Hey, you were here. Oh man. So anyways, yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this first episode. You know, I'm so excited to keep this going and talk more Disney. So, you know, coming next week, we're going to maybe talk a little bit more about like impressions and stuff like that. Obviously we have a couple more weeks till we have the official launch. When we do have the official launch, that's when, you know, things will get a little bit more structured. It won't just be an open form talky talk. We'll have reviews, obviously, and then we'll always finish the show with a random Disney movie of the week. And so that will be almost like a book club where we encourage you to watch it along with us, and we encourage you to write into us, give your impressions, and then we would read it on the show. If you'd like to write into us, you can go to our Twitter page at You, Us, and Disney, because plus would have been too long. Or you can go to our Instagram, which is actually linked to our production company, which is Threat X3 Productions. So you can follow us on Instagram there. You can message us, talk about your impressions. So we should pick. I know it's not out. So next week we're going to do our first ever random movie of the month, week, day.
Something.
So next week, we're going to do our first random movie of the week. It's not too random because it's Halloween. We're going to do
Hocus Pocus.
So we're going to talk about it, our review on it. Obviously, we're going to have a super biased look on it. On both fronts. I love it. It's a good movie.
He hates watching this movie.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I don't. I like to pretend I don't like watching it because how much you like watching it. I like to spite you. So, once again, my name is Nick.
And I'm Ashley.
So thank you for tuning in to You, Us, and Disney Plus. And thank you so much for tuning in to You, Us, and Disney Plus. Aw, that was so sweet.
Until you pointed it out. Put it on the...
Would you like to try again?
Now you're nervous.
No. You, Us, You, Us, and Disney Plus. Okay. All right, thank you for tuning in to You, Us, and Disney Plus.
Hey, I did it that time. You just giggled.
I know, okay. You keep laughing, so it throws me off. Okay. All right, thank you so much. Stop it! I'm giving you a lead up instead of counting off. Because counting off's not helping. Okay.
Apparently.
Or if you'd like to go to our Instagram, you can go to our production company's Instagram, which is TX3 Productions. Or no, it's actually, sorry.
Well,
You can go to our or you can go to our